Hey guys, what's up? Toast again from Fishyaker. Welcome back to iCast 2021. Back here with Chief Mike Dubb from Thunderhawk Lures. We're going to talk a little about his lure presentations that he has, what work well for smallmouth, especially river smallmouth bass, primarily on the Susquehanna River. So let's see if he has any advice for us and if he has some really cool products that we could try out. So Mike, welcome back to Fishyaker. Let's talk a little about smallmouth bass and what you have here. We've talked a little about the Sergeant, your A10s, some really great products for smallmouth bass. And again, we're on the Susquehanna River. You're looking at kind of a cold water fishery, a lot of flowing water, a lot of rocky bottoms, and really, I guess, the smallmouth we have basically just have shoulders on them.
Right.
So what do you think? What would you recommend with the fishery that we have?
I recommend, again, you got one, my buddy Larry Dahlberg has taught me, you gotta get the fish to react to whatever you're doing, and that's usually natural for them to do. You gotta set the hook, you gotta be able to land the fish. Now, depending on your environment you're in, such as the river system, especially if it's hard flowing, muddy water, clear water, and also how aggressive some of these smallmouth are, you need the right equipment and stuff, and the presentation is key. But what some people, in my opinion, some people overdo is the size of hooks. You're not fishing for tuna.
Right.
You know what I mean? You are fishing for a very stout fish, robust, a lot of action to them. They can move very, very quick. But usually I think the burst speed of a smallmouth is about 21 miles an hour. And people don't realize 21 miles an hour, if you try to do that with a reel, it's impossible. But
and you just imagine how fast 21 is on a boat.
20, yeah. You go 21 miles trying to reel that fast. And that's how attack speed of a smallmouth can go. So I have a couple of theories with smallmouth, and I just don't overthink it because I love smallmouth fishing, especially on like where you're at up there. Those fish are pretty stupid. So bright, aggressive colors is what I like to use up north in the east, especially in muddier waters or stained waters. Muddy waters, you don't really know muddy until a river blows out, you know what I mean? And so I have flash. I like a flash on a sunny day. I like bright colors with flash or a combination thereof. But biggest thing I look for is on smallmouth is be able to present a bait at a fast speed. Again, because smallmouth, they like any other species of fish, they don't have arms to check things out. So they got to come up and grab it with their mouth, or they hit it with their nose. A lot of times people don't realize a lot of fish hit with their nose just to stun a fish, stun something, and then to check it out. And so there's a lot of things I've incorporated in our baits that catch both largemouth and smallmouth, and just a predator as a predator-prey relationship. Like our jerk bait that we have, the slash bait, we did a weight transfer system in it because, again, the more water you can cover, the more time the bait sits in the water, more chances are the fish is going to hit it. So our weight transfer system, you can launch this thing a long ways. It's really balanced. You can jerk as hard as you want, set in pauses, do whatever, and just react to what the fish are telling you. There's no set rules in any of this stuff. It depends on the time of the day, what the flow of the water is, how dirty the water is, and the mood of the fish. So, and we do that, and in our A10 square bills you talked about earlier, we built these just like a tank. You can beat them on rocks, beat them with wood, and as you know, a lot of times a big smallmouth will get behind current breaks. Even if it's a rock the size of a football, it's a break. They'll sit their nose on it. So if you got to get near them, and the closer you can get to them, and the less likely they are not to hit it. That's the best way I can put it. So we do a lot of craw patterns too, depending on what they're feeding on. Craws, bait fish of any kind. We also have some chromes. This is a sleeper guys don't talk about much. It's called our Sunset Purple. We got this both in our A10 square bill and our Sergeant, the lipless. This is an awesome color throughout the country for smallmouth. It's got all the right toys, as they call it, you know. Big one too that I like, and a lot of guys don't use because it's pink. We incorporated this I came up with this color with Hawk. We put chrome in the gill to create that flash, but it's transparent. It's got a bright, it's bright but not overbearing. That pink has been dynamite. We have that in the slash bait as well, and the A10. There's one of my favorites from up north in Lake of the Woods, smallmouth fishing up north. Straight chrome with the chartreuse on the back. This one, if I like it when it's sunny, a little clearer outside, just rip this thing, yo-yo it, and them smallmouth come unglued. That's one guys don't really talk about a whole lot. But the overall, I think, across the country, what we're seeing, especially the reaction of the Sergeant, are gold chrome with black back. I don't care. I've been down here in Florida with it. I've been up in Minnesota. I've been on East, in Texas, Indiana, Illinois. I mean, it doesn't matter where I go. This thing, for whatever reason, it's got the right juice, the right mojo in it. They love that color. Only problem is with this one, you're going to get walleyes, you're going to get pike, you're going to get everything in the food chain that wants to eat this thing. So I feel sorry for gold, but whatever gold is down there they're eating, I feel sorry for them.
It very much looks like a very similar to a river smallie.
Right,
almost.
right.
Yeah.
So they may be eating smallmouth too when they think they're eating this. So I don't know, but we try to incorporate a lot of good colors for all conditions. We have a lot of transparent colors. I got even our bluegill, the transparent bluegill, the clear bluegill.
That's nice.
It looks pretty close to a perch too. On clear water, moving that thing hard, I think smallmouth are going to have a hard time with it. We also have that.
That's what I want to see.
Our chief spinnerbait. This is called perch. I mean, it's a natural on the menu for a smallmouth. We incorporated a lot of different colors in it, and it flows really nice. I just think I know I really screw up fishing when I overthink it. You know, I just like going out there. If they want a bait burn, just try it. If they don't, slow it down. Yeah. If they want bright colors, okay, use that. If they don't, change the hue of the lure, the color a little bit. But biggest thing I think though is action more than anything. That's my big belief, and I try to incorporate the baits that I build. I think it's more about the action of the bait. I really do. I think color's second. So it's a very important part, but the action, if it don't act like something they want, they know right away that if it's unnatural, let's say if you like a double cheeseburger and this, that, and the other, and somebody presents you, let's say a pile of straw shaped like a cheeseburger, you ain't gonna eat it. Yeah. That's the best way I can articulate. That's the best way I think about it. So the first thing I try to incorporate in all the baits that we build is the right action. Do a fish react to it, and also got to be functional, and then color is a very important part. But first of all, we try to incorporate the action, then we incorporate the color after that. And I think smallmouth I used to think that a fish is a fish, no matter where you're at, but I've changed my mind a little bit. Southern smallmouth are different. They act different, they react, they're built different. A river smallmouth also is a little different than a reservoir or a natural lake. So, but they do have a lot of the same characteristics. But if you adapt to where you're at in the country and the body of water, it becomes very simple, I think. You know what I mean? And so we try to incorporate a lot of things for both largemouth and smallmouth. Well, bottom line, you can fish a lot of our stuff for both species, and a lot of places in the country you'll have, when you have one, you'll have the other. So we don't want to pigeonhole our stuff too much, but we don't want to overthink it either. So, and it's working.
Well, these are great, and guys, we'll be showing a lot more of these in the videos coming up on the water. We'll probably get out Saturday and Sunday. I think Nick said he wanted to get out this weekend too. He tried to steal my boat yesterday. I said, "You're in Florida. I'm going to come to your yard and hook your boat up. You'll never know it." So, yeah.
I would love to get up there. I'm going to do a lot of smallmouth testing. That didn't make any sense, but testing of our products for smallmouth up in Minnesota this fall, October time. I know some lakes up there that highly pressured smallmouth lakes. I really like testing this product on pressured fish. That way I know if it's right, because they've seen everything under the sun. And then I'm going to like to visit up there and maybe fish this river this fall and chase some gargantuan ones and see if the big ones like our stuff too.
Yeah, open invite. Yep. We got room on the boat for you.
I'm ready to go.
But thanks, Mike.
All right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm in.
Yeah, we're all over that, and you got the perfect lineup here for it too.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, so more to come on the lures, especially with Mike coming to you, hopefully on the Susquehanna, and you'll see his videos, some videos with these lures in action. All right, guys, if you haven't yet, be sure to click and subscribe to the Fishyaker YouTube channel. Give us that thumbs up. Share the video on all your social media outlets. We'll catch you on the water, and thanks, Mike.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.